over a century into the calamity. A village that is in some ways a boom town. This place is where people have gathered in the ruins of Exandria for the chance at salvation. Salvation from the gods? No. Most of the gods haven't been seen in decades, even though they choked the sky and burned the lands and laid waste to the vast civilizations of Exandria. The Age of Arcanum is a distant memory. Hawks Hill is waiting for salvation from the last and greatest bastion of mortal magic. They are waiting for salvation from Aeor, the last of the great sky cities. As we move through this place, I would actually love to meet your guys' characters. I know we
I
want to
know their names now. Gosh.
You see a human woman, late 30s, sort of dark brown auburn hair with bits of white throughout, tanned skin, freckles everywhere. You'd miss her in a crowd.
Wrist.
But there's kindness in her eyes.
Let me.
She has on a very large overcoat that she grabbed that belongs to her husband, Amaris.
Walking by your side.
Mid to late teens, human male walks beside you. Brown eyes, brown hair, shield that doesn't look
barbarian,
like it's
cleric,
his, so he
druid,
wears
paladin.
It on his back comfortably. Walks with a staff with etchings of the moon and stars. Looks down and gives Gilly, your dog, a scratch behind the ears.
A big mountain-like rescue dog. Those big bear-looking dogs. Gilly.
Come here.
Give Ashley something that
and comes over and
squishes.
nuzzles you,
Always.
sort of looking around. Gilly's always excited to meet people, and there's so many. Walking up to you with the sort of clop of hooves, you see Ridge, one of your companions, comes up to you. This is a older centaur, sort of heavy leather vest, and you hear behind you, Mom, Mom, Mom! And running up, you see two little kids. Haley and your son, Topher, run up to you. As they rush up, Haley goes, Mom, there's a wagon back there that's got all kinds of fruit on it, like bright, like red. Like, I've never even seen fruit this red.
No way.
Yeah, it's wild. It's all back there.
That's amazing.
And you see that Topher looks around and says, I saw some guys over there that were playing a game with cards, and they had like money.
Why am I gonna cry?
Whoa.
I could learn it.
I know you could. And
Maybe
you
I
probably
watched.
win.
What should I do if they invite me to play?
You watch, you learn, and you beat them.
They're toast.
You got this, Toph.
You see, he gives you a big hug. Both of your children have the sort of long, fuzzy ears of their father as your husband, Amaris, who gladly goes without his coat, smells richly of petrichor and pine. Your furbolg husband walks up, gives you a kiss on the side of the head, and looks over to you, Aiden.
Yeah, they're monster fuckers.
And he sort of claps a hand on your shoulder. I understand the plan. There's two wagons, there's two of you. There are people selling emblems of refuge here in the camp. If you didn't want to go alone, we could try to buy some, and we could come with you.
Oh, I thought someone was gonna play her husband. I was so excited.
I think it's better if you stay.
You're never gonna learn that card game if you don't stay down here, huh?
Toph looks up at his dad and goes, Dad, there's a card game. We could win a bunch of money because when the ship leaves, there's still stuff to do down here. You see Amaris smiles. He goes, for a holy man, Aiden, you seem to encourage a lot of gambling. Our son is 9, I know you're a young man yourself. I just mean to say.
The stars say it's a good time.
You see Toph goes, "Stars, we gotta go now," and runs off. And you see Haley goes, "Topher, don't go off by yourself." Gilly goes, "Whoa," and sort of bounds after Toph.
Give him a little guidance.
Guidance. Love
You
it.
give some guidance to him. The kids run off. Amaris looks and says, "You really don't want me to come?"
Of course I want you to come, but I don't need you to come. You need to stay here.
I got it. I'll help get the wagons in the train.
Wait,
What?
I love you so much.
He leans in and gives you a kiss and stands up looking like he's so close to figuring something out that he sort of doesn't want to. And instead he just smiles.
I just put my hand on his cheek.
You're our miracle. You're the best thing that ever happened to me.
You all are the best thing that's ever happened to me.
All right, lovebirds, break it up. Keep your head on a swivel. This place is full of cutthroats and pickpockets, I swear to God.
Of course.
You don't have to worry about pickpockets because all you got is a stick and a shield that you won't let me fix.
It's hard
It
to
is
steal something
personal.
if it's not there.
And he goes off. He goes off. You see, your husband looks and goes, "I've never heard someone say that phonetically. Like,
I know.
really said it."
It's really amazing.
We move now to another part of the camp. Laura, would you please describe your character for me?
Mama, sure. Mother.
A human woman walking in soft green robes, creams, sensible leathers, with rich brown hair, walking next to an older man in a conversation with him pleasantly, at the same time kind of looking up to the skies, looking around. A black raven lands on her arm. Dearest.
Your protector and guardian turns to look at you, a mantle of raven feathers over his shoulder.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my
He
god.
smiles.
Maybe you should go and get into trouble.
This is, I suppose, where we part ways.
You keep saying it, but are you sure you don't want to come? You could do it.
I would do anything you asked of me, and I will only say, before you ask it of me, long or short, we all must decide how we want to spend our lives. And I think in some ways we have to decide how to spend our death. It has been the honor of my life to protect you.
I take his hands. I would have been lost without you. Thank you for guiding me and always protecting me.
Give me an insight check.
I must be going through some things because all hit me in the feels.
18.
The night I met your mother and father and told them that I had had a vision and was sworn to protect you. I don't think you...
See her warmth drop a little bit. You give me peace.
He bends down to an enormous, very observant, and in some ways still wolf. Bends down behind the ear. Go looking. The wolf takes off into the camp. He nods,
Good. That was a
vanishes into
good
the
one.
shadows.
She's an elf. Young, but it's hard to pin down because she's clearly had a hard life. Her skin
Ooh,
is
that
ashen,
stab.
and her hair, once dark, has begun to gray in patches, and clearly not healthy. Clearly eats only when she can. And clearly a farmer. Possibly a hunter, considering what she has. Her eyes are a very bright yellow. And her expression is somewhere else. Not sad, not angry, not nervous, just somewhere else.
Asha, this place stinks of Aeorians. They're not all coming with the ship. There's some embedded here in the town. There are eyes here, watching.
Better not be talking about the ravens.
Her expression doesn't change. Her mouth doesn't move. In their heads, we are eyes of our own. And I thought I taught you patience.
This wolf, you know its heart and loyalty belongs to a mortal in this world, but it understands what it now beholds. The wolf looks up and gestures to a creature that you already knew in the periphery of your knowledge here, but you see a raven. And smell on this wolf, smell of death. And you begin to see clouds parting, lights, purple and green, moving through a massive Aeorian skyship.
He is an Aeormatron. Beautiful.
Love.
The way his frame works is you don't know where it starts and where it ends.
Art.
It's almost like a painting. And there's these gold and like sort of speckles that are kind of adorning his body, the frame, and they kind of move a bit every now and then. Very, very sort of regal in look. Orange eyes. And he sort of walks down, taking in everything. Denizens of Hawkhill, we have come to collect foodstuffs and raw material supplies for the might of Aeor. Priority will be given to those capable of labor. If you are sick or wounded, your emblem will not count. If you accost any member of this crew or delay them in their efforts, your emblems will be removed. Please come through.
Taurian
Warlock.
guard, Aeorian mage knights begin to walk down the
Sorlox.
landing pad.
Did the crazed look I get happen because I was just thinking about Baldur's Gate Sarlocks? Yes.
You see that your companions move to the wagons, protecting one crate in particular.
Just kind of watching the people around me, watching their interactions, especially interested in you and the children, and surprised that there's laughter in such a horrible place.
Having heard for the first time what the requirements are to board this ship, is there anyone nearby who seems injured or sick? Incredible.
Wow.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh my god.
And can hear some muttered, sad words in a small tent by the wagon train there, looking down at a man even older than them, and you realize that the elderly couple is actually looking at a parent, someone who's truly very venerable.
Sort of position himself, his shadow falls over this old man's face so as not to be blinded.
Mm-hmm.
What ails him?
My father, he is gripped by a cough. What looks like 12 or 13 of these emblems of sanctuary, meaning that they've been passed over time and time and time again to board a ship bound for Aeor.
Just come.
I'm standing next to you.
Aiden will clock you for the first time and smile. I hope you feel better. And cast lesser restoration.
You look and watch as this divine power flows forward from Aiden as you cast lesser restoration. You see the old man looks up.
You cannot heal everything.
We can always try.
You see that the man starts weeping, looking at his father as the woman covers her mouth and looks up and says, "What did you do?"
You cannot cure age. In this moment, he offered your father peace.
Aww.
Which is something we should all be grateful for.
You smell of death.
Thank you. You smell like fur.
Surprised how good it is to see all of you. I've missed this.
You see an Aeormaton stands before you, beautiful to behold.
Took you long enough. I pull out these amulets. I'm like, yeah, One for you.
Thank you.
One for you. Yeah, one for you. Do you? Yeah. You will follow me. I'll make sure that I take special care of all of you. I kind of look at the crate in the back.
You look at the crate in the back and get a funny feeling. You see,
Yeah, I'm like, who's crate?
You hear in your head, my crate.
Kind of look at you.
Always my crate.
Really?
you walk to the front. Wagons begin to get loaded onto the ship. You look and see Amaris comes. Haley and Topher are there. Amaris, out of his pocket, takes one sending stone and looks at you. If anything happens, and you see as he blinks, his eyes become the eyes of an eagle, I'll fly to you. I'll find a way. Haley looks up and goes, they let Topher play with acorns and he lost all the acorns. So you see Topher looks up.
Just gotta get better at the game.
And there's a pat on his back. You look up, a really scary looking, obvious fucking criminal. Like knives on the thing. He's like a scar on a throat that looks like he should have died at some point.
Best friends with Toad.
Looks up and he goes, kid. And Topher looks up and he says, felt bad about you losing those acorns. And flips him a full gold piece that lands in his hand. Thanks, mister! You see that this guy looks down at this precocious little kid that came to a den of criminals to ask to play a game of cards. And there's like a little light in his heart.
Oh, very Ashley.
I had a little brother who played as bad as you did. He looks up and says, sorry, miss. Didn't mean to intrude.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone wish Mom goodbye. We'll see you when you get back. Should be a day or two.
Yes, it will. I reach out and I give Amaris a big hug. And I whisper in his ear, I love you so much.
I love you so much.
I lean down to Haley and Topher. Mama will be back very soon, okay?
A full gold piece.
That's
a gold coin.
amazing.
These people are really scary. He looks over at the Aurorians. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Do you need help?
No, I don't need any help. I have all the help I can get. Do you both know how much I love you?
Yeah, Mom. See, Haley goes, yeah, Mom, I do know. And I love you double, triple much.
Well, I love you double, triple, much infinity. I take in both of the kids and I just smell the top of both of their heads. Take care of everything and don't give Grandma and Grandpa a hard time, okay?
But Grandma, she can't even, she
I
gets
don't-
confused.
I
It's the
know,
same story every
I
time. How does
know,
she get so
but listen to
confused?
it and you act like you've never heard it before.
Okay. Topher goes, that's kind of lying.
You know what? You're right.
Yep.
Maris goes, little lies are okay.
Little lies are okay.
I'll see you in 2 days.
I'll see you in 2 days.
You're a big lady. And she looks
Hello,
at him,
nurse.
sort of raises an eyebrow over to you. Word's starting to spread through the camp. I think people suspect that this might be the last ship that comes through.
And we're all picturing the champion
There will be
before
chaos.
Vex. We're all picturing.
Pervon,
Yes.
Yep.
can you do me one last service?
I meant Vax.
Anything. For all time.
Yeah.
Do you see that family?
Yes.
The 2 children.
Yes.
Get them out of here safely.
It will be done. Silaha, you see the crate in the back. As it's being removed from the wagon, you see one of the Aeorian soldiers goes, God, how many apples are in this thing? I cannot be more clear. No emblem of the gods will make its way aboard this ship, nor the city of Aeor. If it is the gods you worship, then have them, and their choked sky, and their ruined land. What hope remains for mortals in Exandria remains because of Aeor's might.
Ooh.
Aeor alone will see you through.
This is my shit.
I've made every step in the light of the Dawn Father. I will not now make one without him. And you see that the captain says, You make steps in his light. They cover the sky. But I promise you, the sun is still on the other side. What cannot be seen is not gone forever. Remove her emblems. Remove them. Remove them now.
Looks at these soldiers and looks at you in particular. He will stare at her.
She looks at you and just weeps. And they go, come. She goes, the sun is shining. It's shining. It's shining right now. Instead of these gnomes here, you see says,
Look at my
"My
cat.
lord, she can work."
Look at him.
Come through.
And I'm going to watch Haley and Topher and Amaris and Gilly. And I will watch them until I can't see them anymore.
Yeah.
Ship moves
My
away until
my
they
grandpa.
are gone from your vision, and for some time,
My grandpa used to, when we would leave his house, he'd go out onto the porch and he could see like a good mile out from his vista. And he would just sit and watch us until we were little specks of dust until he couldn't see us anymore. And that is the saddest thing my grandpa's ever told me.
we come to a chamber, hidden and obscured. A crate bearing an object of considerable heft. Removing the front effortlessly, we see the last member of your band that you expect now. Silaha, you are also aware that time is of the essence because this can only be done before you cross that threshold that you now approach.
The crate comes open, and inside is what appears to be a massive slab of stone encased in ice. A figure starts to emerge. Ice, a face that is devoid of mouth, holes where eyes should be, windswept. Rock starts to crack and break and form into plates of carapace over the shoulders and chest, and inside the chest there is a thrumming boom, 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 as light peeks in, as the rock shifts and moves. Slowly, the emissary turns its face to Asha. She has left me here. And slowly tries to get up to his feet. He's about 8 feet tall.
His art's
A
really
massive sculpture of ice and stone.
I go to help.
He reaches out a massive hand that like completely engulfs yours and slowly gets to his feet.
Did she say anything before she left?
My lady is always with you. And he opens these massive clawed hands, and in each of his hands has sprouted a small seed.
I'm going to walk away. Suddenly is clearly an extremely large timber wolf who is in a corner, upset.
Well, this is not what I expected.
Now, where do I start? Look, and I kind of look up. I'm like, put this on. I hand you the amulet, and I'm like, this isn't gonna fit over your head. Hold it. And I kind of go over to the wolf. I'm like, now is not the time to sulk. We need to head back.
I get up and shake. And I stand up. There will be words later.
Great. Happy family. And I kind of go towards the door.
Welcome to Thanksgiving
You move from this
dinner.
place as all of you witness something that was very much not part of the plan.
See, before actually I exit, I go to the door.
Yeah.
And I stop. And I turn back and I look at the emissary and I'm like, get back in the box.
He lumbers forward, looks around, and slowly huddles into as small a shape as he can as he fits the little bracelet thing like a ring on one of his clawed fingers.
And I kind of looked at the devil and was like, he's supposed to be apples. And I kind of take the lid and kind of close it back and then go towards the door and leave.
You take a massive, terrifying construct, pop the crate top back on, and
label
see
it with
written there on the
apples.
side, apples.
Yep, apples.
Crate closes.
Sky, edit that, please.
These amulets that you have been given by Salaha glow brightly as you feel something potent and unnatural attempt to repel you.
The trauma of
lid to
having
the
to go
crate
through another barrier.
cracks open, and the emissary kind of pokes his head out. Dark. And just kind of watches what's going on around
You
it.
can kind of hear again the voice in your head. Yes, it's very dark, darling, but just stay inside. And kind of lift the thing and kind of stand resolute.
Your apples. Your apples.
Mages wearing dark, wrought steel masks, long war staves, stand on the deck of warships armed with eldritch cannon. Pull aside, inspection! The mages, a light flying, beginning to inspect the ship. Step forward. Scan this one. Detect magic. Sir, there's clearly a mistake. There's clearly a mistake. No! Illusion! Ah! The body disappears over the side of the ship. Looks like a bad liar got on board.
I turn back. I drop my my human wild shape back into my true form.
So you see, Asha leaves her wild shape to become a wolf.
I like that the wild shape could be a person.
Apples. Whose is this? This crate here.
It's this one's.
I'm gonna need everyone with in this scene to give me a charisma saving throw.
I'm assuming we're all standing near one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys.
Everyone will have +5
What?
to that.
Paladin aura.
And let me just double 30.
30. Incredible. Did anybody here get under a 19? You got under a 19. Well, that's good because you're apples. So you're a bunch of apples, so you shouldn't be lying.
Yeah.
The
Oh, did you get under 19?
Oh, I guess I did.
She got a nat
get?
one. A one.
A 1.
No.
and that one. Hell
Yeah, it's Laura Bailey for you.
yeah. Incredible.
Your equipment seems broken. Perhaps you should go have it fixed.
And I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Everyone stay here. No one move. And you see the other mage knight looks at him as he turns to go get his equipment fixed. And you see he goes, Corporal, wait. As they both walk out of the room together. He says, we'll be back in a moment to inspect the crate. And they leave this place.
Oh, man.
Great.
Apples.
Get back in.
I'm like, okay.
Can we just put apples on top of him?
Would they be missed? You hear in their head. I'm hungry.
They're a crew accounted for. They
Leave
would
it to
be
me.
missed.
I'm going to cast a minor illusion
Okay.
somewhere else in the ship to cause a bit of a distraction.
Hell yeah. As the Venatoria docks in the great sky city of Aor, you behold the city here. There are many constructs and automata beyond the Aormatons. Massive warrior beings made of steel and arcane gems, the mages and wizards of the city of Aor. You see many of them of high station, gilded and regal in epaulets and medals or robes denoting high station, walk with open demons in the streets of Aor, bound to their service. Thrumming from within the core of the city, you feel the genesis, although that's a charged word to use here in Aor, the genesis of the Latimus Princeps, and indeed accompanied by something that in your nostrils it feels like the crackling of ozone before a lightning strike. There just feels like some charged magic in the air here.
Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. Incredible, yes? The buildings, the people. Kids have seen better days. But look at it. Amazing, wouldn't you agree? Right?
Yeah.
I like the parts.
Yeah, I think it's incredible what they've been able to achieve.
Can you see the stars? Or is it too light?
The light pollution here has removed the ability to see the stars in this place.
I want to see.
Primarch Selena, if you wished to pass on a good word, I hope that I have been able to steward you aboard the ship with hospitality. If you feel I have committed myself honorably, that word of that might reach the Primarch's ears.
Did we make a deal?
My lord, no. No, I just meant that,
So you're asking me for a favor?
Yeah.
Respect here is won, owed, worked for. You have gained my respect, but not the Primarch. I will pass good word. Don't worry, Captain.
Appreciate it. The buildings move past you at a speed that might seem familiar, but here you see no will working it upon this place. Buildings roar past you, and suddenly, city skyline. You look over, you see a Aeorian enforcer. At this time of night, it seems the only people that are allowed to be out and about have some kind of designation. Take a small flask of something.
Yeah.
Small imp appears next to him. Sire, I think we might have missed our stop. See, he snaps his fingers. The thing screams and disappears into a little glass emblem.
Oh.
Glass, and is a little bit more invested in having a drink on his way to some station other than the one in which he lives.
How drunk is he?
Oh, he's sauced. He's like, he's half gone already.
As he nods off, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and try to lift the necklace off of.
The necklace comes off with the imp inside. See, he's also got a small emblem, a metal pin to his chest that denotes his station.
I'm drinking on the job and sleeping.
I walk over and look at his face.
He stares ahead, not knowing what is right in front of him, as it cannot be seen. This man will be dead before sunrise.
Ooh.
I breathe in.
I love her.
Shit. Not feeling the imp emblem on him, he rushes out of this car, back into another car, past him on the tram.
I'm still
More
hungry.
Baileys for the girls.
You exit this place, move through shadows. A large stone building, derelict, its roof having caved in some time ago. A voice calls out, Selaha, is that you? You walk into this space and see an Aeorian archmage. You're in the antechamber of a temple, and you look on the walls of this antechamber and you see that there are smashed sections of the wall where once stone images bore faces, but the stones know the faith of those who once tread them. I trust you all received my vision.
I want to see.
I kind of help open the crate.
You open the crate, the emissary, you emerge. Oh my. Why has she not come?
I knew she didn't have it in her. I just want to say, I could see it.
You also broke the rules.
Just makes sense.
You're full of something.
Broke the rules.
Oh boy.
You broke the rules.
There we go.
Didn't she make a deal and then abandoned us in our moment of need?
You see that Arcadia puts a hand to her temple. What did she tell you before she sent you here? Do you know what you're supposed to do?
Yes. Share her love with Eeyore. I will save them. My lady's task is prerogative.
It will be helpful if you look as though you are a part of this.
I'll turn to Trist. Little lies are okay.
Yes, sometimes.
Those that wait for us within the chamber have harmed us. We don't have to reveal anything about ourselves, other than that we are here to do what must be done. They will give us their names.
I just love family drama. When I follow her.
Slink into the shadows.
I've been a little bit off looking at the carvings on the wall, trying to find everybody.
No face is left, no feature, but you do see the edges of leaves and vines.
Is there one I don't recognize? I'm looking for... Is there one that feels off?
There's two that catch your interest. One of them that has been shattered, you see that there is a place where a little bit of the tile, the sort of wall remains, and you see the image of a chain, a little few links of chain, as though something hanging by chains. And then elsewhere, you see that there is an area of the wall that was shattered, but there should be art here, and instead it's just blank.
There's a hole in all of us. I'm not capable of blaming her right now. It's hard not to feel robbed.
Are the doors to the original chamber, are they open?
They are open.
From outside, Dearest flies in and lands in front of the area that is blank and just starts pecking at the rocks a bit.
Emissary, you're the last in the chamber, watching a raven peck the stone in front of a smashed wall.
To the new.
The raven looks at you.
I walk to the statue, holding links of chain, and just stand there for a moment.
Chained oblivion, chains of ruin, chains of torture, holding the scales of justice.
I put my hand to what's left of the statue and just rest my head against it, and I leave to join my companions.
This is a place where they tried to kill a story. It's a very frightened thing to do. You move into the dark.
It is not dark.
4 figures, arrayed. I was a little more comfortable in the dark, but not my temple, I guess. I didn't have a face to smash. Puts the sword on her back.
I look at the priest and say, he would have words with you if he were here.
I am, as ever, an open channel for the Lord of the Sun. Let him speak to me if he would. It has been a joy to sow his light.
Yeah, I hate the Dawn Father so much. I want to punch him in his nether nuts.
Family. We come now
I also want to punch
to
the matron of ravens and her ovaries.
city of
but
Eeyore.
now it's Laura, and
You
I'm
see
like, Mother.
the
Mother,
priest of the
why?
Dawn Father flits his eyes in between you. Perhaps our time together should be kept short and useful. A truce has been called to dispense with the city of Aor. Much has been gleaned since last we spoke. Last I beheld you all, it was at the outset of the city of Aor's ability, if they had the power to hide themselves, to abjure us. What else might they have the power to do?
Who knows? They might do something crazy, like kill a god.
That our worst fears have been confirmed. Done my best to stay as hidden as possible while still working within the apparatus of Aor's ministries. A weapon is now mostly under construction. The Factorum Malleus. The Latimus Princeps was created to keep us at bay, to buy the city of Aor time and time. A weapon is now being built within the city to do exactly what we feared it would do. Aor will, sooner rather than later, you see that the priest of the Dawnfather speaks and says, perhaps already, will have the power to destroy a god.
They can't kill us.
Trust me when I say it is possible.
Umleta, you see, points to the halfling, who
Umleta,
smiles.
umlet.
And Zaharsht, and you see the turtle kind of just stares off into the distance, shuddering. We should share what we know, I think. I would say we have one night, given that one of your servants is telling them our plan. Presumably right now.
What?
Decades is a long time to be away from the throne, wouldn't you say? You don't think you are impossible to disagree with? You don't think that one of your servants might get the idea that maybe you don't deserve to be in charge?
Whose side are you on?
My side.
Yep.
Forever.
Nobody's side. Yep. You gotta look out for number one.
I mean, you can run and do a lot of research if you want, but it feels like there's a really clean solution.
No.
What'd you say to me?
I said no.
What do you think we came here to do?
Every child thinks at one time or another that they know better.
Does the 15-year-old character.
They are children.
A lot of them seem like grown-ups to me.
We're going to find 3 machines and hope that this knowledge doesn't slip out of the city like a drop of blood. Can't even keep our own people quiet. You think you can keep this here? That this just won't turn them harder, faster? Am I the only one who understood what this was going to be?
To destroy the city.
To destroy the city before they destroy everything, not just us. This is the end. I cannot believe that they are helping us. Because they could walk away and they would win.
No, they wouldn't. They would end.
They would win because we would be done. This would be done.
They hate us because they fear we will do as they have said.
One thing. Dad. They don't fear you, they resent you. You think you spare them? They'll be grateful? They'll start praising your name? That's not going to happen. Whether you like it or not, the knowledge is loose. They're greedy here, and egotistical. They've kept the knowledge to themselves, all the cities did. You take it down, you take the knowledge with it. You let them live, they'll do it again.
Brethren, You step off the dais, see the four of them move over. And you see Milo looks at you, looks over at you. You are not a god. Someone got cold feet. She knows something I don't know.
Probably.
Well, that makes two of you that aren't gods.
Yep. Fact-finding missions are so
Life,
important
death.
before just acting.
A moment to confer with my companions if we are indeed to travel in mixed company. You are not merely an envoy. You are a herald, and you bear something of your mistress. Do you know of what I speak?
Love.
He looks exhausted. No, dude.
You might also try running down the information about who's been informing on us.
What do they say? 2 birds, 1 stone.
2 bats with 1 stone. That's right.
The old example.
I was nodding, just like,
Kill 2 bats.
it had a good vibe.
It's more impressive to kill bats because they fly at night. You see that we're not that different. It's not like you guys are the good guys. We just had a disagreement about what should happen to mortals.
As long as the matron comes.
I can go where I'm needed. And I'll use Mask of Many Faces, and I'm gonna turn into
Of
the
course.
guard. Both of the main healers are in the same group.
That's what I was trying to split
Maybe
up.
that's not what we should do.
So Harsh looks over. I can heal.
It's so fitting that they would stand up
And
there.
then
What part?
a priest of the dawn.
Milo is such
What
a
a
jerk.
dick!
Oh, brilliant.
So good.
I was gonna order
I was promised my wife and apples. I've received neither.
I am so glad to have Brennan DMing. I have a big old heckin' soft spot for a good storyteller that's just here for like, hey, did I mention drama? and I want to see if I have a friend available to do a chit chat on all that's happened. So if they're free, you'll see another face. But if they're not, then what I'll do is just kind of give my thoughts in the beginning of the next episode. Let's talk about all the things we have going on. I'm so excited. I've been having so much fun. As you know, as of 2 months ago, I came off my stint of GMing, like actually sitting down GMing and doing, there was something shiny on me, a mini series, and it was my first proper mini series. We are coming back with Stradalicious. I'm editing that down into podcast form, so you guys can catch up and listen. We made it into the finals for the Crit Awards for our Candela Obscura, and we've been in touch with Darrington Press about things, which is so exciting. All the GMing I'm doing is over on Quest Junkies. Every other Sunday we have been doing Descent into Avernus, and that has been so much fun. But coming up Friday, and every other Friday, I'm running something that I'm calling Space Stories. And well, this is my little map building thing, but pretty soon there's going to be people here and my little game map. And again, you can actually see Quest Junkies down there in the bottom middle. You can watch us live on Twitch. We are a live play show. World number 1 we're getting into is going to explore, and they don't know this, but Lichdom, one of the many ways Lichdom can go wrong. And we're gonna get a little freaky with it, and I'm really excited. So if you want to come hang out, we'd love to see you. The Discord link is down in the description box below. And until next week, critters, I love your face. Don't forget to subscribe and become a member if you haven't already. I love you guys so, so much. Bye.